Hey guys, come with me to my pre-birthday celebration to Flippers. Now, this was on the 15th of March 2024, and yeah, I came with my mom. I took, a few videos of the journey, and we wanted to get there on time because we booked it for 3 p.m. and we didn't want to be late. We didn't want to cause any, unnecessariness, but we were a few minutes late, and it was a bit of a hassle to get to the Flippers entrance because I think we got off at a was it was near the bus stop in the Westfield, because we weren't sure if we wanted to get off at the Westfield Center or the different one, so we went with the bus station, if that makes sense. So it was a bit complicated, a bit stressful because we had to walk through Westfield to then go to the other entrance of the Flippers, but eventually we made it there. So mind my ranting, guys, because I have a lot on my mind and a lot happened on that day. So we went to the entrance, we got booked, we needed to sign a waiver. I didn't know that was important, but they gave us like their iPad to sign in, and we had to sign our signature, for the waiver. And then she gave me this like red band, and then we had to leave our stuff with her. We used the loo, and then we went back and dropped our things. She also gave me a token, like a coin token that I can exchange for roller skates because I don't have my own roller skates as of yet. So oh yeah, after that we went upstairs, have the view of the stairs, and then the person led us to the rentals. It was a bit hidden, to be honest, because I was a bit confused, like where's the rentals, but they pointed to there, so like we were able to get our rentals. Now in how do I say this, for like the staff, they were not bad. I don't know if they weren't in the best of mood, I would say. They weren't completely rude, or they weren't completely bubbly. It was a bit like, I don't know, I didn't feel the vibe as much, but they did their thing, they gave me the rentals. I asked for my shoe size, and apparently their roller skate sizes are like US sizes. So I'm like did I say UK? It's basically like American sizing for roller skates. So I'm a US 9, which is a UK 8. So I had to clarify that at the end because I was a bit confused looking at the bottom of it, like towards the end of the session. But yeah, I put my armor on because I wanted to be protected, and all that. I wanted my knees, my everything to be protected, even though I felt my butt more than my front. But yeah, I took some pictures, and to be honest, I put my armor on first because I was a bit intimidated. Because like the roller skates, they're so like heavy. I think it's because of the wheels as well. So I was like, oh, let me do that last. So when I then put the roller skates, I was a bit like intimidated again because it's been some time since I have roller skated, and the last time I roller skated was for my 18th birthday. So that was like a year, or like maybe 2 years now, because I'm gonna turn 20 soon. So I felt like, oh, I don't think I'm ready again yet, because I don't think I've built my muscle memory to easily finesse. I'm still at the beginner level. So yeah, I put the roller skates on, like, oh dang, because I felt like the roller skates were leading me, and I felt like I was at square one again with like trying to learn to skate. But yeah, I managed to get up, take some pictures, and then when I was going on the rink again, oh, I made a scene because also I'm a tall gal. You feel me? I'm like 5'8", 5'9" ish, and then when you add roller skates, that adds extra inch. You get me? So I was trembling. It was like the first time, to be honest, and even my mom said I was even a bit better in my what do you call it, the first roller skate. My voice, guys. I didn't have anything to eat. One second. Okay, I did like better than one sec. Okay, I'm back, guys. I had to drink some water because my throat is getting creaky. But yeah, even my mom said that my 18th birthday roller skating one was a bit more better than this one. And it's yeah, and I do agree with her, but at the same time with my first one I did tremble a lot in the beginning. I don't know if it was the environment or like I feel like I was also too much into my head with the roller skate, and I had to like remember the techniques of like bending your knees, making sure you're engaging your core. It's like, do you know this? And it's like your brain is like, I want to do it this way, but my body is not following me. You get it? So I have to bend my knees and do all this. And also another work at the flippers helped me a bit. It was kind of even though they did help me, and another lady also helped me with the skating, because they could tell I was trembling. Even another lady and a few girls were like laughing at me because like I was like holding the rails and all that. And to be honest, when I was roller skating and I re-watched like the videos so I can learn like the format and all that, so I saw those things, and also like I could see from like other people's reaction how they'll talk to me and all that. Oh, your first time, or like, yeah, it's difficult, blah, blah. I still felt like I was a bit insecure, to be honest. Even though there was one person with like a rod, if that makes sense. There's like wheelie things that you hold to balance. I feel like I was making the most scene, to be honest. And it's okay. People say it's okay to be a beginner. Everyone is a beginner before they're an expert. I feel like I feel like there's some awkwardness, or like people don't respect beginners as much because they're the beginner. There's always an underlying kind of I felt like judgment in a way that might have been in my head, but I felt like it was underlying judgment either way on like beginners. And even if it was in that way, it was still an underlining kind of judgment, in my opinion. And even though the other ones were helping, I felt like they were a bit I feel like they were cringing a bit, not gonna lie, because I was a bit all over the place, and I didn't want to do too much big moves because I'm not trying to make a huge scene, because again I'm a tall gal, you feel me? And even with the smaller me trying to be discreet, I was still making a bit of a scene, not gonna lie, and but yeah, I was a bit emotional towards the end because I was in my head a lot. And even when another thing about roller skating that has taught me about life, even though through action, is that you can't be too underconfident, because when you're too underconfident, and also like when you're looking at the floor, that's why I was looking at the floor a lot. But another technique that I got better over time was that I'm looking straight ahead, like to get to the next point. So it's like I got better at skating at that. Even another teacher in the first lesson on my 18th birthday, he also said, try not to look at the floor, otherwise, like, I think it was him or it was another YouTube video, and they basically said not to look at the floor because that's where you're gonna end up. So I've got that in my mind, but it's like sometimes you want to see if your leg is in the right position. It's like a lot in your head. But yeah, one thing it's taught about me about life is that you can't be too underconfident, because that will affect the way you skate, and you can't be too overconfident because those wheels will humble you. I'm telling you. Even those moments where I was like trying to be aesthetic, them wheels like get back to work. Those wheels were like those wheels can humble you. So yeah, towards the end I didn't feel the best, but I think um it might be a bit of the environment versus also me in my head. The music was not bad. I prefer the Roller Nation music a bit more, and the vibe. I like the Roller Nation red light. The lightning at Flippers was cool as well, but the music wasn't the best, and I prefer that they would have played more upbeat music, so it lifted up my mood a bit more. They did play a one, I think, or two maybe, and from the top of my head, of upbeat music, but for the most part more chill. I did like that it was a bit more calmer. It wasn't too much of peak times, but I feel like that added a bit more pressure because like there's a few more people in the rink, and it makes me stand out a bit too much. With the Roller Nation there was a lot of people, And to be honest, I did make a scene